Have you ever been flipping through your TV, trying to find something interesting to watch, but you can't? And then you keep going through the channels one by one, and then all of a sudden you see Miss America on. It's not your first choice in television, but you still keep it on because there's nothing else to watch. Well, I do it, and I know you've probably done it once or twice. And you see these women on Miss America, just gorgeous, perfect looking, flawless, and in the back of your head you're just like, man, I wish I looked just like her. We all have at least once looked up to those women because they were gorgeous and flawless. But you know deep down after, even though you don't realize it at the time, you still think, wow, you know that girl has probably 10 pounds of makeup on from head to toe, has a couple $1,000 dress, and, you know, fake tan, everything. And there's probably a hairstylist behind stage watching their hair with every move that they make, making sure it's perfect. Well, even though it sounds crazy, we've all done it. There's always been a problem with beauty. That problem begins when we become obsessed with beauty and starts to believe that beauty is everything, which we all know is not. It comes to the point where you cannot even go to the grocery store and have to take a shower, blow dry your hair, straighten your hair, do your makeup, pick out your outfit just to go to the grocery store for 5 minutes to impress everybody in a grocery store? Come on now. You know you've done it, I've done it plenty of times, but it all comes to the fact that society is putting this idea in our head. One thing that's happened worldwide, and not just in the U.S., is the fact that women will go to complete extremes, even like the example I gave to you earlier, to look like this ideal woman all the time that they see in magazines, television, movies, everything, especially in these pageants too. Sometimes deadly extremes. That brings me to my next part. These beauty contests have little significance, and they encourage dangerous stereotypes. Beauty contests are basically pageants that women are judged primarily on their physical appearance. Even though they may say that, oh, these people did this and they did that, you know they're not going to seriously sit there and have somebody win Miss America that just did something great for society but looks like crap. Here's an example. This is Miss America 2010, Miss America 2009, Miss America 2008. Do they, truthfully, if I looked like either one of them, I'd be completely happy with my life because they're seriously perfect looking. They're not going to sit there and pick some girl that is somewhat good looking like all the other girls. I'm not going to say they're going to pick the prettiest girl in the bunch, but they're not going to pick somebody that's just a plain Jane. Yes, some pageants, like I said, have the women show their talents, such as, you know, dancing and singing and all sorts of stuff. But they also require the women to answer common sense questions, which really anybody can do. So it comes down to the question, why even ask a simple question like, what would you do if you were Miss America? Obviously, anybody's going to tell you what you want to hear. And it's just going to be like a job interview. You're not going to sit there and lie. Well, you're not going to sit there and tell the truth, saying that you're going to do, like, I'm not going to do anything. Is that going to get you the title of Miss America? No way. So you're going to sit there and lie to them and tell them whatever they want to hear. There's another thing. I feel that, you know, these contests and pageants can be misleading too. As most of us know, not every person is born beautiful and gorgeous, and people are, like I said earlier, going to go to extremes to make themselves look like this ideal woman. Only a small number of women are actually born beautiful, and women who are pretty much plain Jane and not as gorgeous as these women in beauty pageants, yes, are still allowed to participate in these pageants and are still eligible to participate in these pageants. But do you think they are going to? Probably not, because why would they do that? It's basically going to be free range. They're going to be out in this contest with girls 10 times prettier than what they are. So why even try if they're not even going to have a chance? They might have the character, they might have the greatest talent ever, but do you really think they're going to get picked? Truthfully, think about it to yourself. It's just something people really don't talk about. Like I was saying earlier, beauty contests promote an ideal of female beauty, which not everyone is born with. This brings pressure to the women who don't have it and puts it in their mind that they need to look a specific way in order to fit in and to be able to participate in these things. This can lead to eating disorders and even cosmetic surgery, which there's a big population in the U.S. that has gone through either one of those, which is scary because eating disorders are not fun. Cosmetic surgery, ouch, no way. These women become feeling ugly and inadequate, And they go to these measures because they want to fit in. That's just what everybody is in the U.S. They want to fit in at some time, and society has made them that way. Eating disorders can be very serious and deadly, and a lot of women deal with eating disorders throughout the U.S. Beauty contests pretty much treat women as objects and encourage women to eat less and less. So it doesn't just affect the less beautiful women, it affects the beauty queens too. They have to stay fit for their contests and pageants so they don't eat as well as they should. And also they have to stay fit afterwards. They're still presenting, they're still going to go here and be like, oh, hello, I'm Miss America. Do you really think they're going to be able to gain all that weight back that they lost before and still look and be able to call themselves Miss America? Highly doubtful. They want to still stay fit, keep that image that they had before when they won the competition. Since beauty queens are supposed to be seen as thin, they start to be very conscious of what they put in their mouth. Most girls that enter the beauty contests and pageants start at an early age. And it's usually not their choice. It might be their choice at the beginning because they think it's exciting and this and that. It's usually the mother's choice. And it's basically the mother living through the daughter's life. Just like, you've heard the stories, and there's been shows on TV about how these women live their childhood out with their daughters, putting them in these beauty contests. And I have seen, I'll show you, like, these girls look like they're 20, 25 years old midgets. But, I mean, they're gorgeous. They seriously wear more makeup than I've ever worn my whole lifetime. Their hair is more poofy than my poodle is. It's crazy. And just some of the extremes these mothers put these childs through. It doesn't make any sense to me. But the whole fact that these girls are starting at an early age means that these behaviors of eating disorders can start happening in their early age too. And it's going to stick with them longer. That can take a huge toll on a child. And later down the road, it might end up, with just problems all throughout life, especially with the eating disorder issue. Now, last but not least, are beauty contests an obstacle for women's liberation? Could they be organized form of sexual selection? Maybe so. I mean, I feel that such contests, like beauty pageants, can be possibly seen as a form of entertainment for most men. That's just my opinion, though. And, I mean, I was researching on the internet, looking at polls, how people felt, and there was a lot of people that backed the way I feel. I mean, after researching everything, it was the fact that you come down to society puts this ideal in every woman's head, not even in the U.S., worldwide, and making them wanting to be thin. Maybe their nose is too big. They want big boobs. They want to look tan. I mean, I'm guilty of tanning, but I think a lot of women do it too. So, see, I'm giving in. I'm giving in to the ideal of women. But it's the fact that society is putting this image in everybody's head, giving, everybody wants to look perfect. Everybody wants to look like Miss America. And I mean, I just don't feel that beauty contests and beauty pageants should really have a good toll on the society at all. It just puts a negative image and causes too much drama, eating disorders, all sorts of stuff. It's not healthy, and that's how I feel. Thank you.